Hi, this is Barry Selby, and this is my Facebook Live for Sunday. If you keep track of the days, this is actually number 45 in a series. So let's put the intro stuff on the front. My name is Barry Selby. I am a love and relationship expert, teacher, guide, and one best-selling author. I'm a passionate champion for the divine feminine, which is where this message in particular comes from. Actually from a meme I posted earlier today, and got some interesting responses on already. I've been doing a series, and I am doing a series of Facebook Live talks called Messages from the Masculine. This is number 45. 45. Sign language for some reason. And this one is basically be a strong woman the right way, which of course is going to open me up for some interesting feedback, I'm sure. But I wanted to put this out there as a context, and it is another late broadcast for Sunday. My weekends get full sometimes, so getting broadcasts done, I have to figure out when I can do it. But I'm committing to this broadcast once a day. So I'm keeping my commitment to myself and to my coach and to you to provide insight, support, and guidance. So let me break down a couple of things about what I'm talking about. And I've done some of these broadcasts before that are in a similar vein, but I want to use the languaging this way because one, I think women might want to hear it this way, and two, men might want to get some relief by knowing about it this way too. I had to learn it myself, so perhaps this will serve you. So, first of all, what I mean by being a strong woman, and the whole thing is, and say this, a lot of women I know, quite a few women I've dated over the years, and a lot of women in the world, have taken on being strong as a shield, as a way to be tough, basically, to, in a lot of ways, to stand shoulder to shoulder with the men, but in a tough way and hold their space, like, you know, basically being kind of having cojones, which is not what women have, but the equivalent of that, you know what I mean? And it's, one, is dysfunctional, and two, what women, you ladies often miss out on is your strength isn't from the shell, it's from the core. Interesting, okay. It's coming through this way, so I'm going to share it this way. I have witnessed myself and seen how. Sorry, I'm just sorting through some ideas because I'm just seeing a picture that's coming forward, and it's not quite clear, but I'll just talk to see where it goes with this, because these talks usually come from another place that's not my recorded history in here. Although there are some stories that come through. A lot of women I was attracted to in my former life, I'm being succinct in that sense, were women who I thought were very powerful and dynamic, and they were running their lives and being very together, and it was attractive. And what I was attracted to was what I thought was a woman being in her power, but what I was unaware of was that she was actually being in her emulation of the male mindset, that she was competing in the male world, male-dominated world, and put it that way, being very what's the word? Successful in competition with the men. A lot of women have learned this way because society teaches this, so do the men, so does the media, so does everything, to support the idea that the way to succeed in the world is the way the men do it. So women copied the men, and women showed up strong that way. But, and I've said this before, it depletes women's hormonal balance, hormones, and gets women's internal systems out of whack because women aren't being true to their authentic selves. And what women's strength truly comes from is from being heart-led and being in the flow of the grace of the feminine power. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail about the differences because this could be a 4-day workshop. The difference between masculine power and feminine power. And the difference between macho, undeveloped male power and evolved masculine power. And there's different quadrants. So what I mean by women being strong the right way, and I should have a quote around it perhaps, might have been safer, is that the way that a woman can be truly in her strength, truly in her magnificence, is when she takes down the walls. And when I said just now about how what I saw women being strong, it's because they put up the walls and they got really strong, but it wasn't, from my experience, particularly connected, and it also wasn't particularly feminine. And I didn't know back then how I was choosing women who were more in their masculine way of being things than I was. And it actually was dysfunctional for me and for them. But I also see a lot of women, the way the meme came out this morning was that it was something along the lines of that a strong woman can be, I think it said handled, which is a bad term, by a strong man, but a strong woman will be, I've forgotten the meme. Oh, well. It was something along the lines basically that a strong man will be able to handle a strong woman. A weak man would try to control a strong woman, and that's a poorly worded meme. But what I would phrase it as is that a strong woman who is competing with a man in that male mindset, in the getting things done, making it happen, pushing, shoving, a man who's weak, who's trying to be in control in the undeveloped masculine, as I call it, the macho way, would feel threatened by that. So he would like to control her to placate his own ego. A strong man, and really the true way I put it, is a man who trusts himself, a man who trusts his power in his heart, in his masculine way of being, rather than in his, look at me, I'm strong and I'm tough and doing all this stuff. A strong man who really trusts himself will be totally comfortable and would be, I don't want to say at peace, but certainly would be in a place where he would embrace and create the safe space holder in a way. I'm watching some of the comments here, by the way. Sorry, sidebar. This broadcast will also be on YouTube, so I'm not responding to the comments here because I'll do it afterwards in the comments myself. And if you do comment on my videos, please do. I'll respond to you after the video, just to understand context. So feel free to put comments up. That was a sidebar, completely back on track if I can remember where I was. The truth is, when a man is in his evolved masculine, he doesn't have a fear of being threatened by a woman. That's the big piece. When a man is in his masculine around a woman in a feminine, he is comfortable with her being that way because he knows who he is. Most men, to be honest, don't know who they are. Not in the sense of their depth, their power, and their ability to stand firm in their truth. So when a woman comes along in her storm, in her power, in her magnificence, men get threatened by that. Some men fall down by it. Some men run away from that. They don't trust themselves. So for us men, for those watching who are in the male perspective, being masculine, when a woman's in her power of the feminine, it's a place of reverence and a place of amazing, what's the word I'm looking for? Power in the most true, authentic, divine way. When we are not in our masculine heart, when we're in the macho, like I'm in my own way and I'm in my head and I'm trying to run things and make things okay, we're very sensitive to the threat of any energy stronger than ours. And a woman in the feminine is way stronger than we are. So it's a place of fear for men to be in. So we would tend to try to control or to avert or to diminish or to avoid. And we men have got a path ahead of us to evolve, to be more an evolved masculine, as one of the comments said. And by doing that, we create not only a safe place, but a firm foundation that women can thrive in their feminine. And this is the evolution I believe that we're going to in the world in general and in our lives specifically. There's a growth opportunity. There's an evolution happening. There's a paradigm shift that we're going through for us men and for women who are aligned to masculine and feminine. And as I've said before, let me qualify this. The masculine and feminine polarity tends generally to align to the male and the female gender, but it's not guaranteed to be aligned that way. There are masculine women and feminine men who are authentic that way. But I'm speaking in the general terms of masculine men, feminine women, just so you know that. Because it's not hard and fast rule, it's one or the other. Okay. So my path in the evolution I've been through the last 10, 11 years has been to really own, reclaim, and embrace my own masculine heart that I was totally unaware of for over 30 years. And so up until after those 30 years, my relationships had basically tanked on many different opportunities because I attracted to strong women who were more in the male energy than I was. Messed me up. And messed them up too. Being in this place of understanding my true heart in a masculine place, this is one reason I'm doing these videos, because the masculine-hearted man is driven by a purpose, which is what drives me. And these daily Facebook Live talks I've been doing now for, well, the daily ones for the last 2.5, 3 weeks, but this is number 45 in a series of 45 so far, Facebook Live talks are part of my purpose, to express, to share, to teach, to inspire, and to support men and women in really owning our authentic nature. So make sure I answer the question I put in the title, be a strong woman the right way. It's being strong, ladies, when you claim your feminine mastery and your feminine power. Now that's a journey, I understand. I do help clients with that in subtle ways. There are also other people you can go see in different arenas, including yoga, tantra, feminine leadership, feminine empowerment. There are great teachers out there. I know I'm not the only one by any sense of the imagination. I am also clear that I'm one of the very few men speaking to this from a really deep, honest place, which is why sometimes it scares me, because I'm not amongst the safety. I'm out on my own in some ways, but it's what I need to do. And that's, again, the indication for you ladies of a really true, strong man is a man who's trusting himself, living his heart, living his purpose. There are many of us out there doing that, different ways, shapes, or forms. This is mine. So, that's it. Once again, the information comes to a close in my head, so there's nothing else coming through. And I just don't think there's any more coming. So that's really the essence of this communication. And this is one of my daily Facebook Live talks. If you get value from this, please like it, share it, comment below, etc. If you find you want to share this with other people, feel free to do that as well. And make sure you're following me on Facebook Live here. If it's on YouTube, you follow me there. And if you have any questions, want support, please reach out to me. And tomorrow I'll be back with number 46, because this is a 30-day series that isn't over yet. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.